Ladies and gentlemen, I know you were worried about us because we disappeared on you, but we are back with another episode of Hillbilly Therapy. I am your host, the Hillbilly Therapist, Jake Hill, and I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr.
Dan Fraley.
I don't know if y'all know this, but with a quick shout out for Dan, he does have another podcast you guys need to check out called The Exploder. You can find it on the same channel you're listening to this right now, so check that out, especially if you like pro wrestling. Yep. Check that out, random plugs. Dan, life's gotten a little crazy. We disappeared. We went off the map.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on lately.
A lot of stuff going on. We want to quick just put this out there about the events in El Paso, Texas, and in the great state of Ohio and the city of Dayton, where there were two shootings. First and foremost, we just want to say, I know it's a phrase that likes to be mocked lately in here, but we do offer our thoughts and prayers. But we've gotten a lot of emails about us wanting to talk about gun control. And, well, we know I like guns.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't a political podcast, so we're not going to get into things like gun control because, well, I'm not smart enough to know shit about laws. That's why I've gotten as much trouble because of my guns. But the only thing I guess I want to say in response to everything is I think as a country we need to come together and just get shit fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing for the last 2 years, and talking about our elected officials,
mm-hmm.
I think they've been worried about collusion cases and all this bullshit in the media. I think it's time they need to shut the fuck up and they need to get this shit fixed. That's the only thing I'm going to say about it. Right there is your elected officials. Hell, if you can cut a little audio of this, send it to them. Shut the fuck up and get it fixed. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure they'll listen to us. I'm sure they will. Yeah.
Probably. They'll fucking listen to each other. So, get this shit fixed, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And now, on to funnier topics.
Absolutely. Pretty much anything.
We are a podcast that are run by our fans.
Absolutely.
You guys, we tell y'all to send in questions, and then we answer them. We are a comedy podcast.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
And, most of the time, we get some very loving emails. A lot of, you guys are hilarious. You got a fuck you from Alabama, but
woo!
It was Alabama.
I'll take it. It was
right?
all, and I know that because it was misspelled.
Right?
Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did get a little bit of some hate mail.
Ooh.
That I would love to read. Originally, I wanted to come on here and I wanted to have an entire episode where a Mr. Zane, who you remember me, apparently he is known as Zane the Wise. Okay.
Anyone who calls himself that isn't. I'm just gonna put that out there.
There's more to that, and as to why he's called Zane the Wise, we'll get to later. But he sent us an email about how apparently we ain't country enough.
Not enough.
Because to quote him, we're a couple of cuck boy lib rows.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. The sad thing about it is I've read this email 4 times, and I'm just now realizing that he called us cuck boy lib rows.
Yeah.
Boy is the only thing in that sentence that is spelled correctly.
Well, it's three letters, so it's hard to mess up. I'm not saying he couldn't mess it up, but it was like 3 letters.
He misspelled cock.
No, he didn't.
Has one.
Actually, he didn't. He didn't. No. That's a term used by right-wing morons. Yes, it basically means you like your wife sleeping with other men. It's used by literally only kind of guys who wear fedoras and talk about horrible things concerning women. They're pretty much the scum of the earth. Essentially, use that term. But yeah, we're not country enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But and then apparently he doesn't think this podcast is going to be on after Trump's reelection in 2020.
Yes, because we were highly dependent on Trump for this podcast. The one we never talk about him on. Very highly dependent on it. Yeah.
Here's a thing for all our listeners, and this can be my random plug. If you go to our Facebook or you go to links to this video, you can buy merchandise, and that's the only way we make money because we're the ones that put this out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this. I'll put it this way. I'm an arrogant son of a bitch. I'll put this thing out as long as there's 3 people listening.
That's true.
2 of which are my grandmas.
That's right.
But, I'm gonna keep putting this out as long as I want. So, Mr. Zane, go fuck yourself.
There you go.
Apparently, we won't have the balls to mention this on the podcast.
Well, here we are. But don't worry. He's not listening.
He's not listening
because apparently when we got on here, he was expecting like a Jeff Foxworthy joke come to life.
Apparently.
And I was like, but what he got was 2 real people, and that bothered him for some reason.
Here's the funniest part. All right, so I was born and raised I grew up in a more urban area, but most of my relatives and everything were farmers and real great American people. So I did grow up a little bit more of a Southern culture.
Right.
Dan, you grew up in a city of how many?
Less than 500.
Less than 500.
It's a village. It doesn't have a stoplight. This guy who was saying the thing, which, by the way, he's not listening, so it doesn't matter.
He is from...
He was from Troy.
Troy, Ohio.
Troy has, let me say this again, thousands of residents. It's a city in Ohio. I am from a village. I'm from an area where you can have your name on a belt buckle and you're not the weird one, okay? So if you're not...
Hey. I've got 3.
I'm just saying... That's where I'm from. So he's like, oh, you're not country enough. No, he just did. He wanted me to be, I'm not ignorant enough for him. That's what it was. Yes. I wasn't ignorant enough. I wasn't talking through the tobacco spit, complaining about women these days and whatever the hell he wanted. That's what it was. It was just I wasn't ignorant enough to meet his standards. And by which, I don't care. That's all there is to that.
And then he says that he will, quote unquote, kick our ass if we meet him in person. Here's the thing. He didn't give an address.
Two things about that.
Am I supposed to go walking through Troy, Ohio, just going, I need Zane the Wise?
No, 2 things. Two things about that. One, I'm not 14, so I'm not going to meet anybody for a fist fight. And 2, that would mean I'd have to go to Troy, Ohio. And I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. So, between the 2...
I drive through it.
Yeah, I've driven through it. I've driven past it on the highway. I ain't going to swing by
I think there's a nice Applebee's.
I ain't going to swing by for a
That's where I bet that's where he is.
He's probably the dishwasher.
Yeah. Oh.
He's the dishwasher.
Now, and then here's the best part. This is the part that I saved with the Zane the Wise. His last words to us.
Yeah.
Since obviously he's not going to respond to this.
No, of course not.
Quote unquote, he's not listening.
No.
Are you ready for this part?
Oh.
Fuck y'all. This is Juggalo County.
Well, that's how you know you're dealing with a modern day genius. I'm pretty sure those were Stephen Hawking's last words. Juggalo country, and then he died.
This is Juggalo country.
Yep, that's what he said.
Honestly, I do want that to be true.
That would be great if it was, but I have my doubts. I'm just going to put that out there.
I'm not saying all juggalos are dumbasses, but
this one is.
Smart one.
This one literally is.
Yes.
I
do know some good juggalos, so I ain't hating on you.
But the good news is, we're moving on from this dipshit. The good news is, a majority of our emails are actually positive, and some people actually want advice, which is sort of good and bad, but the point is they're trying, and I'll give them that.
All right, and speaking of, are you ready to get to some questions?
Let's do that.
All righty. We'll probably have to only get 1 or 2 questions in this episode.
Yeah, that's all right.
We talked a lot.
We had a little fun on that one. That was fine.
All righty here. I'm gonna give both these 2 questions, and you tell me if they sound similar.
All right, here we go.
All right, okay. This says, my dumbass husband wants to spend $300 on fireworks, cheapskate, and I think that money could be spent on a family vacation instead. Please help me convince my husband that a weekend at the Great Wolf Lodge?
Yeah, it's an indoor water park.
Ah, fancy shit.
Yeah,
all right.
Pass it on the highway.
And the kids. All right. Yeah. That is Marlena.
Okay.
All right. Who She wanted us to know that she was from Lima, Ohio.
Well, that's good to know.
Which is awesome. That's where we're from.
Yep.
All right, now I got it. I love Marlena because I'm 100% sure this is out. And also an email from her husband, Pooter.
Oh,
Putter. I love my town.
Oh, dear Lord.
You ready for this?
All right, here we go.
He has now messaged, my wife won't let me buy fireworks this year.
Okay.
She would rather we go sliding down the slippery slide at an uptight hotel.
Uh-huh.
Says, I'll spend as much damn money as I want on stupid things I see fit. Please convince my wife I should be allowed to buy fireworks. I'm assuming they're married.
Well, here's my take on it. Here's my take on the whole thing. They both, I'm gonna play the marriage counselor here, and I'm gonna say this. They both have a point. First of all, there is nothing wrong with going somewhere as a family in a little water park or whatever you're doing as a family. There's nothing wrong with that. So I would say $300 on fireworks is a little much. Buy fireworks.
What?
Yes.
What?
$300? There are people that make that in a week. A week. And you're going to spend $300 just on things that go bang one day a week? No, screw that. Point
I
is,
spent over $1,200 this year.
that's a personal issue. You might want to talk to your accountant or
That's what I was like. I heard $300 and I was like,
your sponsor.
all right, that's called noon.
Your sponsor or whoever you want to talk to about your horrible life decisions. The point is, $300 is a little much. So I would say,
I'll go to the strip club and make it rain. I go outside and make it rain, baby.
I'm just saying,
I'm damn American.
the fact that you've compared strip clubs to fiurworks, it says a lot about
American,
you.
isn't it?
That is
American.
If you combine the two and add a bacon sandwich,
yeah,
that's a Baconator plus those two. That is America. That's what it is.
Copyright.
Yes,
We're copyrighting
that's gonna be a T-shirt. That will be a T-shirt. It's like
send in your ideas for names.
Yeah, half naked woman on one side, and then like fireworks on the other, and then there'll be like a Baconator sandwich in the middle.
Boobs.
There you go.
Booms and boobs.
There we go. Right in the middle. Baconator.
BBs.
In America.
Triple B.
Truly.
Triple B. Burgers, boobs, and...
I mean, really, there's somebody in Alabama right now considering voting for that for president. So let's just call that what it is. They're like, it's a good candidate. I'll get behind. But
we've actually had over 9 different people offer to add money to our election campaign.
Oh, absolutely.
So I do have to. My lawyer has legally said we do have to actually let y'all know that we are not actually running for president.
Well, not yet.
Turns out that is a legal problem.
For the record, I'm a year away, so I could next year. You don't know. It'd be it'd be last minute, but I'm not 35 yet.
We're not legally allowed to say that we're running for president.
But I think the point is, $300 is a little much to spend on things that go bang, bang, bang for one day of the year. Okay. On the other hand, you should be able to buy some, have a little fun, but take your family to a thing and have fun. Do both. You don't have to do one or the other. Do both.
What about fireworks and a slip and slide?
Fireworks and a slip and slide.
That solves the problems, right?
That's called a Tennessee prom. That's what it's called.
No, that's called what I did.
No, that's a Tennessee prom. That's what
you can call it whatever.
That's on. I'm pretty sure that's on the state flag.
Fuck yeah, then. Moving my ass to Tennessee.
Oh, you'd fit right in.
It's because all my exes live in Texas.
You'd fit right the hell in.
All my exes live in Texas.
And we're back to that song. All right.
Damn right. That's a great fucking song. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
That got violent.
Got violent. All right. Do we have enough time for one more question?
I think we do. One more would be fine.
All right. Well, since we're catching up on our 4th of July questions, we went rogue, what are some of your favorite summer eats? Are you a couple of hot dog boys? Which apparently,
according to them, we are. Yeah.
Apparently, I misunderstood what.
To Mr. Wise, we are. Yeah.
Are you into burgers? And what are your thoughts on kebabs?
Okay. I don't know how many. Honestly, I don't know how many thoughts you could have about kebabs. You either do or you don't. I don't think it's really a philosophical question. How do you feel about kebab? Well, I like the idea of skewering things. Like it's you do or you don't.
There's 19 different kinds of kebabs.
Oh dear fucking Lord.
Yeah, dude. You're talking about you got your chicken kebabs.
Oh dear.
You got your steak kebabs. You got your shrimp kebabs. You got these twisted motherfuckers that are making vegetarian kebabs, and what the hell?
Okay.
Y'all are some sick sons of bitches.
First of all, the fact that you just keep saying the word kebab is hilarious. I think that's
kebab.
It's one of those words that just sound. It can be innocuous, but it sounds funny.
Well, it's because I can't say shish.
No, I'm saying it's kebab.
It's
part of the word. I get it.
Right? It's shish kebab.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying it's just part of the word. But I mean, there's these different things, and yeah, I don't know. I've never really had them. Honestly, they're just things on a. I've had them before, but it's not a common thing. But it's like it's stuff on a stick. I get it. But I'd rather just eat the stuff. I don't want to make a habit of it. It's not a fucking job.
It's how you cook
It's a stick. You put it on a stick and you grill it on the stick. I get that. I get the concept. But to me, it's like you're adding a step. You got to assemble your damn food. No, take the food, cook it, eat it. You don't need to assemble and disassemble stuff. That's just like Legos and shit. I don't need to make a job of it. Just cook the food and let me eat it. Burgers, fine. Hot dogs, brats, whatever. Grill out. We do have a grill at my house. I love it. And my wife and I will grill a couple times, usually during the summer quite a bit. Love it. So anything really. I'm a sucker for when you go to the fair and they have anything fried. I am gonna I'm gonna die at 61, but it's because of this crap that I eat.
Hey, you're making it 61.
Fried cheese. Yeah, I eat a lot of crap at the fair. I shouldn't. I've never eaten a fried Oreo.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I've heard of it, but to me, that never sounded good. I'm like, Oreos on their own are just like toxic sludge. I'm like, I don't want to add fried to that. Right there.
Yes, I said it. You heard me.
Well, again, if you're equating the two, I think it says more about you than the rest of us. That's all I'm going to say.
Why do you think I have a podcast called Hillbilly Therapy? We know I'm fucked up in the head.
Well, clearly.
And the beautiful people that are listening to us right now,
you're not that
fucked up too.
Yeah, you're not far from us. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I have seen y'all's questions. Just
damn right.
Don't look at me. I know there's at least one person looking at the radio right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
That is like, I'm not fucked up. You're listening to this.
You're listening to this, so it's a good chance of it.
Alrighty. Well, I believe that is our show. We are glad to be back. We will try to stick with y'all each week, but
yeah,
we'll stay with this.
Consistency is an issue. I mean, we're working at it. I mean, like I said, Jake, just a little behind the scenes here. Jake has a child and a job.
Single dad.
Yeah, single dad. I'm doing stand up. I'm doing my other podcast. I got a family. I got a 13-year-old who I sometimes want to punt across the yard. But we all got stuff to do, so
he's
sometimes...
up to 8 feet, though.
There you go. Sometimes consistency is a little bit of an issue, but we will be here as often as we can, putting out new episodes as best we can, and we just hope that you'll stick around and enjoy the ride.
Go and like us on Facebook.
Yes.
Follow ZTO TV, our parenting network of podcasts.
Right.
So you can get more of Hillbilly Therapy whenever you need it. And most importantly, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. Zane, go fuck yourself.
Yes, I love her, and I know she loves me.